All right. Well, today we are joined by Rogue Larssen. Thank you so much for joining me today, man. Congrats on the big win. And just right after the game, what are just some of your initial thoughts about how that all went down?
After that early game, I think it should have been like a 20-minute win, like a quick stomp. But we did some bad macro decisions. Yeah, I think we did some bad decisions which made us like stop snowballing the game. So I was not too happy, but and then a win is a win, and it's good that we like clutched it at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that you say that because I guess those are kind of the two ways to look at the whole thing. I guess how do you feel about it? Because obviously it is Worlds, and like you said, a win is a win. But do you wish you guys were able to close that more out cleaner, or in the grand scheme of things, will that not really matter because you guys are 2-0 now?
Yeah, obviously I wish that we would clean it out fast, but in the end, I don't think it matters. Like it's group stage, and just I'm happy that we won. It's very important. Like every win is like extremely important. So yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think about Gigabyte Marines overall? Were they did they surprise you at all? Were they maybe stronger than you thought, or is that kind of what you're going expecting going into that one?
I think they were actually better than I thought. I think they played pretty well in mid game and with the deficit they had from the early game. So definitely, I'm like, uh, I definitely thought they played well and played better than I expected them to.
Yeah, I mean, and in some ways, that's probably exciting to feel like you guys were able to take down a pretty good team too. I guess overall, how do you feel about your play individually and just Rogue overall right now? How are you guys feeling overall?
We're definitely feeling good. We have like a 8 game win streak or something from like LEC as well. Yeah, something like this 8 game win streak. So yeah, we're riding a good momentum right now. I was a bit disappointed with my performance in day one. It was like fine, but I didn't feel that great. It was just like a fine, but I was very happy with how I performed today, and I hope that will keep going.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I thought it was interesting how you mentioned your win streak coming in from the LEC as well, and I wanted to ask you about that. How is it this year coming in to Worlds as the LEC champion and coming in on a win streak? Has that changed things for you significantly than like in years past where you're not coming in as the one seed?
It feels really nice to be the first seed, mostly because we got a good group than we did in the past 2 years. But also it feels like we really want to make EU proud as the first seed, so we have like a bit more pressure on us, which is nice. I like it a lot. Just feels like yeah. I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, that's good to be coming in with some confidence and stuff. I'm sure. And now, of course, you guys are 2-0, and it seems like fans are really getting excited about all of Europe, but Rogue especially as well, coming off the big win against DRX. Is that something that adds any pressure for you guys? That people are starting to get more excited and raising expectations, or are you guys just feeding off that confidence?
I think we're always feeding off the confidence. The pressure, I mean, personally, it's not something I feel too much because I'm not that active online. So I don't know, for me, it's just like another day, another like day in the office. Like every game, it's just another day in the office, and just like another game. It's nothing special. I'm just playing the game. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like too special. It's yeah, we're just playing the game.
Yeah, and you guys are playing the game, pretty damn well right now. Obviously, headed into the next matchup against Top Esports. How are you feeling going into that and the mid lane matchup against Knight as well?
I'm very excited to play Knight because obviously it's insanely good, and I want to prove myself against the best. So that's very exciting. But I'm very confident going into the game that we will take them down.
Yeah, I know Odo Omne was talking a little bit yesterday how even though stuff so far is going pretty well for EU at Worlds this year, he still feels like Europe is underdogs against a lot of these Eastern teams, the Korean and the Chinese teams. Do you feel like that as well? Do you still feel like an underdog in some of these matchups, or do you feel like EU is one of the top regions this year?
Definitely, like EU is another joke. I mean, personally, I feel like going to any game we can win. But if you look from the outside and like a normal perspective, I think it's very fair to say that EU is still like the underdogs to Asia. But we have definitely shown that we can beat that. Like all of the 3 EU teams that are still here can beat all the Asian teams, and that's what I believe as well. Even though we're still underdogs.
Yeah. No, I think that's cool. You guys have that little chip on your shoulder, but you've still been able to perform so far. And another thing Odo Omne was talking about yesterday too was obviously things have been going well for EU, but not so good for NA. And he was talking about how he hopes NA will be able to turn it around. He wants to see them do well. From your perspective, is it exciting for you that EU's doing good and NA's doing bad? Do you wish that the whole West was doing well? Because I know we kind of have that rivalry, but the teamwork stuff too.
I mean, I rivalry, so I like to see when they're doing bad. I mean, I'm from EU. I'm not from NA. I don't care about like the Western thing. I'm an EU player, and I mean, seeing NA perform this bad is, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't care so much about it. I think they're quite weak, these worlds. They're weaker than the other worlds, so definitely looking rough for them. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's looking rough for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very fair statement. It's definitely been rough so far. I know Trimby was talking about how for him this world has been really, really cool. The venue's cool, the atmosphere, the fans have been great. How have things been so far at this world from your perspective? Are you enjoying your time in New York City? How is the the stage, all that stuff?
Definitely very nice. Even though I haven't moved out from the hotel too much, but like the city looks very nice, and mainly like there's a crowd, which is like the first worlds where I play in, which have a crowd. So mainly I'm just excited about like playing in front of a crowd.
Yeah, no, it's got to be a crazy feeling being up there. So that's super, super exciting. I know this is kind of not super related to Worlds, but one other story kind of going around right now is obviously the whole Koi and Rogue stuff going on at all. Does that affect you guys in any way? Is that any kind of like distraction? Is that a good thing, or is that just so not on your radar at all right now?
If something, it's like more fun with all the Spanish fans like cheering us on. It's definitely, I don't know. I think it's just nice. Don't think there's any negative side to it. I think it's just like really fun to have all the core fans also cheering us on.
Yeah. So, at this point, again, you guys are 2-0. What are your kind of expectations for the rest of group stage? Are you just still looking to get out of groups? Is your goal now to win the group, trying to take home this one seed? Where do you guys think you're at right now?
Coming into groups, my goal was to get first seed, and that's definitely still the goal.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. I definitely wish you the best of luck. We are all rooting for you guys. Hopefully you keep popping off. And thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Yep. Have a good one, man.